Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into a topic that I know a lot of you are concerned about. We're talking about belly fat. But here's the thing. Did you know there are actually different types of belly fat? It's true. And we're not just talking about love handles versus that lower belly pooch. We're talking about fat that exists in different areas of your body, each with its own set of characteristics and health implications. Now you might be thinking, great, more things to worry about. But trust me on this one. Understanding the different types of belly fat is actually super empowering. Because once you know what you're dealing with, you can start making targeted lifestyle changes to address it. And that's what we're here for. In this video, I'm breaking down the 4 main types of belly fat, explaining what they are, why they're there, and most importantly, what you can do to get rid of them for good. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Let's get started. Alright, let's jump right into it with the first type of belly fat and arguably the most dangerous visceral fat. Now you might not be familiar with the term, but trust me, you've heard about the problems it causes. Visceral fat is the type of fat that accumulates deep inside your abdominal cavity, surrounding your vital organs like your liver, pancreas, and intestines. This isn't just about aesthetics, guys. This is serious stuff. See, when visceral fat builds up, it starts releasing inflammatory compounds into your bloodstream. These compounds can contribute to a whole host of health problems, including heart disease, type 2 diabetes, certain types of cancer, and even Alzheimer's disease. You can't always tell how much visceral fat you have just by looking in the mirror. Sure, a larger waistline can be an indicator, but even people who appear thin on the outside can have high levels of visceral fat. That's why it's often referred to as hidden fat or active fat. It's silently wreaking havoc on your insides. So how do you know if you have too much visceral fat? Well, one way is to measure your waist circumference. For men, a waist circumference of over 40 inches is considered high risk, while for women, it's over 35 inches. But of course, the best way to know for sure is to talk to your doctor. They can do a physical exam and may recommend additional tests if necessary. Now the good news is that visceral fat is also the most responsive to lifestyle changes. By making some key adjustments to your diet and exercise routine, you can significantly reduce your visceral fat levels and improve your overall health. We'll dive deeper into those strategies later in the video, but for now, just remember that when it comes to belly fat, visceral fat is the one you want to take seriously. It's not just about fitting into your jeans, it's about protecting your long-term health and well-being. Now let's talk about the type of belly fat you're probably most familiar with, subcutaneous fat. This is the fat that lies just beneath your skin, and it's the one you can pinch, poke, and generally feel a little self-conscious about. It's what gives you those love handles, that muffin top, and that jiggle we all know and sometimes love to hate. Now, while subcutaneous fat might not be as dangerous as visceral fat in terms of its impact on your internal organs, it's still important to keep it in check. For one thing, excess subcutaneous fat can still contribute to insulin resistance, inflammation, and an increased risk of certain health problems, though not to the same extent as visceral fat. But let's be honest, the main reason we worry about subcutaneous fat is how it makes us look and feel. It can affect our self-esteem, our confidence, and even our relationships. And while there's nothing wrong with wanting to look and feel your best, it's important to remember that everyone's body is different. There's no one-size-fits-all when it comes to body fat percentage, and what's considered healthy varies depending on your age, gender, genetics, and activity level. The key is to find what's healthy and sustainable for you. The good news is that subcutaneous fat is generally easier to lose than visceral fat. It responds well to a combination of diet and exercise, and there are even some targeted exercises you can do to help tone and tighten specific areas of your body. Alright, let's move on to a type of belly fat that you might not have heard of before, myosteatosis. Now this one's a little different because it's not actually fat stored in your belly, but rather fat that infiltrates your muscles. You heard that right, fat inside your muscles? You see, our bodies are designed to store fat in specific places, like around our organs and under our skin. But when we consume more calories than we burn, our bodies start looking for other places to store that excess energy. And unfortunately, one of those places is within our muscle tissue. Now you might be thinking, so what, fat in my muscles, fat in my belly, what's the difference? Well, the difference is that myosteatosis can actually interfere with your muscle function. It can make your muscles weaker, less efficient, and more prone to injury. And because muscle is more metabolically active than fat, Having less muscle mass can slow down your metabolism, making it harder to lose weight and keep it off. So how do you know if you have myosteatosis? Well, it can be tricky to diagnose because it often doesn't cause any obvious symptoms. However, some people may experience muscle weakness, fatigue, or difficulty building muscle mass. The best way to determine if you have myosteatosis is to talk to your doctor. They may recommend imaging tests, such as an MRI or CT scan, to get a closer look at your muscle tissue. The good news is that myosteatosis is reversible. By adopting a healthy lifestyle that includes regular exercise and a balanced diet, you can reduce the amount of fat in your muscles and improve your overall muscle function. Let's talk about a type of belly fat that's often overlooked but incredibly important. Heart fat, also known as pericardial fat. This is the fat that accumulates around your heart, and while it might not be visible from the outside, it can have serious consequences for your cardiovascular health. You see, just like visceral fat, heart fat is metabolically active. This means it releases inflammatory compounds and hormones that can damage your blood vessels, increase your blood pressure, and contribute to the development of heart disease. In fact, studies have shown that people with higher levels of heart fat are at an increased risk of heart attack, stroke, and other cardiovascular problems. Now you might be wondering why heart fat accumulates in the first place. Well, it's a complex interplay of factors, including genetics, diet, and lifestyle. However, some of the biggest culprits include a diet high in saturated and trans fats, lack of physical activity, and chronic stress. So how do you know if you have too much heart fat? Unfortunately, it's not something you can easily measure or assess on your own. The best way to determine your risk is to talk to your doctor. They can assess your overall cardiovascular health, review your family history, and recommend any necessary tests or screenings. The good news is that, like other types of belly fat, heart fat can be reduced through lifestyle changes. By adopting a heart-healthy diet, getting regular exercise, and managing your stress levels, you can significantly reduce your risk of developing heart problems. So there you have it, the 4 types of belly fat and how to tackle them head-on. Remember, knowledge is power. Now that you understand the different types of belly fat and their implications, you can make informed choices to improve your health and well-being. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Spreading the word about different types of belly fat can help others take control of their health too. Let's build a healthier community together. Don't forget to subscribe for more health tips and hit the bell icon to stay updated. We've got a lot more informative and engaging content coming your way. Leave a comment below if you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover next. Stay healthy, everyone.